What's going on, beautiful people? Hope y'all are doing phenomenal today. It's your boy Carrington Brown, your relationship expert. And today I want to have an interesting conversation with you guys. So if you've been following my channel for a while, a lot of times I create content that's directly for women. But what I want to do is I want to transition a little bit to investing more in men, because although women are more likely and more inclined to actually pursue preparing and information for a relationship, that doesn't mean that there aren't men looking for it and that actually want to know or want to be equipped or have the tools to actually be able to thrive in a relationship and actually be prepared to do it in a successful way. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is 5 key qualities of a prepared man, right? So this conversation is going to benefit men and women, but I'm honestly creating it because I'm creating it more so for men, so that men have an understanding of what it looks like foundationally, or just some of the primary key qualities of actually being prepared for a relationship. Because a lot of times as men, it's like we don't have those examples. And so I want to give these qualities so that men can have at least 5 key areas that they can be intentional about being in pursuit of as a single man, or even dating or engagement. Just making sure that you have these qualities embodied in yourself to know that, hey, I'm actually prepared to an extent for this committed relationship thing, right? So let's get into it. So I want to start off with the most spiritual answer, or the spiritual key that's on my list, which is the number one of the primary key qualities that a man has to have in order to be really prepared for a relationship, for a committed relationship. It's an intimate relationship with God. And the reason why that is because with the percentage of men that lack proper examples, God, Jesus Christ, in that relationship is the example of what it looks like to love. And so when a man has an intimate relationship with God, he has an intimate connection with the source of relationship, the creator of relationship, who created and built the blueprint of what a relationship and love is supposed to look like. So along with that is this: the more as an individual you invest time in your relationship with God, and the more that spirit embodies you, engulfs you, and you grow in that, the more you begin to connect with the characteristics and qualities of the Bible, which allows you to position yourself, prepare yourself, and equip yourself to be a man that is able to live a life and do relationships in a way that really glorifies God. And so the number one, and that's probably that's really the most important thing, right? So I would say the most important key quality of a prepared man is an individual who has an intimate relationship with God, right? So that's the only spiritual answer you got to get today. So now let's get more practical. Next key quality of a man that is prepared for a relationship is an individual who has a job or career. Now I know that may sound like left just hearing that from me, because that's not something I talk about a lot. But one thing I am an advocate of and a believer of is that when I read the Bible, God gave Adam work before he gave him a wife. One more time for the people in the back. God gave Adam work before he gave Adam a wife, which means that there is value and priority and divine order when it comes to a man getting a wife. And in that divine order comes vision, it comes purpose, it comes work before the wife even comes. So a man who is prepared for a relationship is working and is tending the ground that God has blessed him with. Right, so he has a job, has a career. Now, side note, I'm not one of them individuals, and I just want to throw this out there for the men, because a lot of times we struggle and have challenges with this. I want kings to know, and even women to know as well, that even though I'm saying, men need to have a job or a career, be working before they actually get a wife, what I'm not saying is that the value of a man is dependent upon his income, right? Because that's not true. That the value of a man comes from his identity in Christ and other places. But when it comes to the confidence of a man, a lot of times that's directly correlated and connected to our income and us working. So prepared man is going to have a job or a career. Key number 3 is a vision. A prepared man has a vision. Men have a responsibility of extending a vision to a woman and allowing her to serve him in building and creating that thing. Now, Carrington, why do you say that? The Bible calls a woman a helpmeet, not a helpmate. A helpmeet is an individual who has the ability and the capacity to serve someone in filling the gap. God blessed and created women so phenomenally to where they're incubators, which means that whatever you give them, they will cultivate it and give it back to you in a greater way, right? So if you give a woman a sperm, she gonna take that, cultivate that thing, give you back a baby, right? If you give a woman an idea, she gonna take that, cultivate that thing, and give you back a business or an organization. Like, she gonna give you something more. If you give a woman some argument or some attitude, she gonna take that, cultivate that, and then turn up on you, right? So women are incubators, and as a woman being created as a helpmeet, a part of her nature and her wiring is, let me help my spouse, my significant other, meet the dreams, goals, desires, mission, and vision that they actually have. But if you're a man who lacks vision, King, you can't give her what she needs to actually max out her purpose or her calling in that relationship. So key 3 is a prepared man has a vision. Key number 4 that a prepared man has is self-discipline. Right, when we look at leadership has levels, and the foundational level of leadership is self-discipline, because self-discipline is the ability to lead yourself in a healthy, successful way. I don't think that any woman should choose to be in a relationship with a man that has little to no self-discipline. If a man can't force himself or make himself do what he doesn't want to or doesn't feel like doing, but that he 100% needs to do, that is a man that you don't want to be in a relationship with. King, if you are at a place within yourself to where your flesh leads you, your desires lead you, your passions lead you, and you're not being led by faith, and you're not being led by logic when it's necessary, but you're more so allowing yourself to just go with the flow and allow feelings to dictate and direct and guide you, that lack of self-discipline can set you up to experience failures in multiple areas of your life. So as a man, you have to be intentional about growing yourself in a quality skill and area of self-discipline, because you can't be prepared to build something with somebody else, to grow something with somebody else, to be a part of an intimate relationship with somebody else if you lack self-discipline. Because if you lack self-discipline, you might lack character, you might lack integrity, you might lack a lot of things. Then along with that, if you lack self-discipline, there are a lot of areas in your life where you're not getting the full result or properly positioned where God needs you to be in order to accomplish all that you need to accomplish and do all that He needs you to do. Therefore, you got to think about it like this. Why would God bless you as a man with a wife if you don't have the ability to say no when you don't feel like it, or have the ability or the capacity to say yes when you don't feel like it? Because God is going to direct you to do things that you don't feel like doing or that you don't want to do. And so if you're not able to say yes to your faith in those moments, you set yourself up to be led by the flesh, and that's just a downhill slope, and you don't want that. So key number 4 of a prepared man is a man that is self-disciplined. And so key number 5, the last and final key of a man who is prepared for a relationship, for a commitment, for a covenant, is a man who has emotional maturity. Right? I normally put mental toughness and emotional maturity together, but I just want to hit on emotional maturity today, right? So when we look at emotional maturity, that's the ability of a man to be able to navigate his emotions in a healthy way. That looks like the ability and the capacity of a man to be able to experience have negative experiences, have negative thoughts, have negative moments, have negativity come to him or happen to him, but he's equipped to be able to navigate those emotions in a healthy way. He's able to express himself in a healthy way. He's able to seek out answers or solutions to these problems and challenges in a healthy way. And so the reason why that's so valuable for a man is because, one, majority of men, we get trained and taught that, hey, our feelings and emotions don't matter. But when in actuality, they do. And when a man loses permission to be transparent with his feelings and emotions, what happens is he seeks out expressing those feelings and emotions from a negative vice, whether it's sex, whether it's porn, whether it's masturbation, whether it's drugs or it's alcohol or whatever, right? That's how men go and seek that. And so when a man is able to successfully manage his emotions, he sets him up, and this is just what kind of came to my mind when I was just saying this right here. When a man is able to manage his emotions in a healthy way, he sets himself up to really piss off the enemy. Because if you as a man are emotionally mature and can manage your emotions in a healthy way, then you're the total opposite type of man that the enemy wants you to be. Because the enemy wants an emotional man, right? The enemy wants a toxic man, because the enemy understands that as men being the leaders, the head of the household, but then also the foundation of the household, life, relationship, the world, the community, society is going to go in whatever way men allow it to go. And men allowing it to go anywhere is an issue of lacking mental toughness, emotional maturity, vision, and self-discipline. Because you don't allow things to just go. You make a decision on how this thing is going to go, and you implement the necessary actions and qualities to make that thing go that way, right? So as men, we have to be intentional about getting a grasp on our emotions and reaching a point of being able to navigate our emotions in a mature way, so that the enemy can't hold us down and allow and bring situations and experiences of negativity towards us and just throw us fully off. But more so when he does send things this way, or even our way, or even when God sent things our way, we're able to navigate those experiences in a healthy way and give people and partners and the divine nudges and the Spirit of God permission to actually navigate through us and guide us and direct us in how we navigate this situation. All right, so that's all I wanted to give y'all on today, right? The 5 key qualities of a prepared man. The first one was an intimate relationship with God. The second one was a job or a career. The third one was a vision. The fourth one was self-discipline. And the last and final one was emotional maturity. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope it served you. If it did, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. Also, hey, I'm doing a free masterclass this Thursday, February 10th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about #RelationshipReady, how to make 2022 the year of your boo. If you're interested in that, just click the link in the description box below. It's a free training, but there is limited capacity. So click the link in the description box below. Sign up for that thing, and I look forward to investing in you on this Thursday. All right, y'all have a blessed, phenomenal, productive day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.